We're off on the property trail.
And I've been to meet a couple who've managed to balance busy working lives while creating a lovely family home. Jason and Brenda Shankey run a very successful male grooming business, and while they run the business together, they do work in different aspects of it. So after work, they really appreciate their home life, even though Jason does have an office in the house.
I start early in the morning, so as soon as I come back from leaving the kids to school, I get stuck into work here before I actually go to my physical work. So I normally have about 30 or 40 emails to catch up on, and then once I've cleared those, it paves my day and gives me an easier going day once they're done.
Notice a wee stress buster in the office.
The
drum kit.
A drum kit, yes. Guitars, yes. Yeah, it's handy to bash the stress away every now and again, you know. So, yeah, it's good fun.
Everybody needs an outlet.
Absolutely, yeah.
And with two children aged 6 and 8, the home life is equally as chaotic as work.
We've got it down to fine art now. We 50-50 share. So we have our nights where we do the runs for wherever they're going, but we try and muck in with them. We usually go swimming with them and kind of bring them along and make it as easy as possible.
Well, you have the joy of this fabulous big house as well, so you can have the kids' rooms and your rooms, the relaxed room and the more formal. Was that important?
Very important. I think, you know, we kind of give our 4 hours a day when we collect the kids to them, and we love just kind of locking all the other doors away and going into our own room that the kids aren't allowed in, where it's clean all the time. There's no biscuits, there's no juice, and then we can totally chill after kind of being full on every day.
This kitchen is fabulous. I would imagine there's a lot of family time in here.
This is the hub of the house, and you know, we once had a dining room, and we realised how often does people use dining rooms? Twice a year, you know, Christmas and maybe another event. So we decided to bring a big table, kind of big benches to fit in as many people as possible, and everybody comes in. They meet in the kitchen and they stay in the kitchen. Yeah. You know, there's the heat's here from the aga, and there's all of the chairs, and they stand around you know, the island. So we kind of, everybody stays here.
The kitchen is the hub, but yet everything leads off the kitchen, and this is a great sort of entertaining space, yet still all very manageable sized rooms.
Yeah, that's right. And we really have a room for everything. You know, we'll have a room for where we sit in the summer when it's really warm. We'll have one where we sit in the winter when it's cold. And then we'll have the kitchen where we sort of eat and we socialise. And then the kids then have their own entertainment really in their bedrooms too. So they have disco lights, computers, they've sort of all the things that kids really need these days.
Jason and Brenda moved into their home in East Belfast 2.5 years ago, and while the house was only built less than 10 years ago, they still had a lot of work to do, putting their own personal style in it.
I don't think we even started for about 6 months. We really had to get a feel of the place and find out the shapes, where the light comes in and stuff like that. And I suppose we're both in creative jobs, so we're kind of good at putting things together, you know. But some of the colours we've chosen for the house are quite unusual. There's a black room, which is the cinema room, and people sort of look at that and think it's a bit odd, but at night time, whenever it turns into a cinema, it's perfect. It's the exact colour it should be, you know.
Why did you decide to have a cinema room? Because you could?
Jason's reason, would you like the excuse?
Go on.
Is because we work so hard and we don't have time to get out to the cinema, so he wanted to bring it to him.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I was told.
Okay. and the logic?
And it works.
The logic, and I agreed because there was no wires. I hate wires from TVs and DVDs and all of that. And I just love it because it's out of the way during the day and you don't see it. So he won that battle for his room.
But the black is lifted with works of art by their favourite artist, Terry Bradley. This is very much a family home with plenty of space, but Brenda definitely has the best space in the master bedroom with a dressing room.
Look, it's every girl's dream. So when I saw this house, and I'd never had a walk-in dressing room, I was quite pleased. So I do love my dressing room.
And now it is the master bedroom, so 2 of you have to use it. So what's the proportion of space?
I get about an eighth.
Yeah.
Right?
He gets about that much.
Yeah. And that's just an eighth of her shoe space. Yeah.
This home may now be their ideal home, but it's taken them quite a few moves to get here. Just tell me, how many times have you moved in the past 7 years?
5.
Yeah.
5 house moves in 7 years.
With young kids? Your children are aged what?
Yeah. They're 6 and 8. So pregnancies, moved, yes, the lot. We just keep moving.
Because they say it's the most stressful thing you can do is having babies and getting married and moving houses. So you've sort of done all of that.
We've become quite experienced at it, and you get used to it really after a while. And you know, we obviously we're in business. We have an accountant, and our accountant advised us, you know, during the property boom to keep moving. You know, and that's what we did. And in a way, we're really glad we did, because you know we wouldn't have this lovely house if we hadn't have.
Well, you're here now. You've been here 2.5 years. Is that nearly the longest you've actually been in a house together?
We're in our last house 3 years, so we're getting close. Yeah.
And have you put tape over the accountant's mouth?
Yeah, I'm quite happy here. I'm content.
Yeah.
So
it's a lovely location. You know, there's no real reason to leave, and our kids have lots of friends who live in the local area, and you know they can jump over the back fence into the neighbour's house, and that's kind of how.
With their permission.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And that's kind of how it goes around here. It's very easy going, so it's perfect for both us and the kids.
It's a lovely house. We've got budget fashion and a competition to the Caribbean after the break.